sur lui. Un peu à gauche. Voilà. On va sur l'arrière tranquillement. C'est à côté, non? Ah, Roger?
Ouais. On n'aime pas la ligne. Ah ouais. Bien passé.
Bravo!
Very good.
Et là, on peut descendre tranquillement. Nickel. Je suis caché derrière le drapeau. Doucement. Alors, un bisou. Ah, quand même.
Un beso, mi amor.
Quand même, voilà. Voilà.
Oh, la boca, tranquilo, quieto.
C'est assuré, Roger, comme d'habitude. On reste sur son tableau arrière.
Ah, merci pour lui.
Reste comme ça un peu, Roger, hein, pas trop sur l'avant. Hein. On dépasse le zone. Et on va le chercher un peu sur l'arrière toujours.
I make them in Scandinavian style, bigger glass. More lime, more sugar, more rum. Yeah, very, very rough conditions with a lot of wind and many fronts. And I think I lost track of how many fronts I went through, but it's like 5 or 6 or something. And yeah, so I think not any big damages. I made a big rip in one of the sails, and then I broke my medium spinnaker a few days ago. But in general, things are still working. I had to do a lot of repairs on the way. You know, we're sailing, we're not using the engine, but I thought it was a good idea to test the engine because it didn't work before the start, and we fixed it. And then I said, okay, let's go try it. And then I tried to start it, and it didn't start at all. And then the whole engine was full of water. So it's pushed in from the back, so I had to mount everything apart in the engine and take water out and change oil, and you know, just to save my engine because I don't want to destroy it. So yeah, that's a fun thing to do in rough conditions to do that work on your engine. But yeah, there was so many things happening. The autopilot broke, and you have to take it apart and take parts from one of the autopilots and put it into the second one, and finally I got one working. So yeah, very, very tough. I think the weather conditions were actually very, very rough. But now we're here, and
Are you pleased?
you can only be pleased if you win it. But this is not the most competitive boat. 8 years ago, it was a very competitive boat. I think it came second. So now it's a second generation boat, and well, it's not possible to win with it, but I'm very happy with this position, and I'm very happy to be here. Guadeloupe is really my favorite Caribbean island. I spent a lot of time here, and so I'm really looking forward to go to all my treasures in the forest and on the beaches and so on.
Will you come back on the Route du Rhum?
Oh yeah, for sure. This is the race. We'll see if there. Sorry.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It's like it's a very good challenge because it's not only about racing. It's also about getting here. We have. It's very sad that so many had to abandon, and even worse, some they capsized, and you really believe me, when you're sitting in this shit and water is just, waves are breaking over the boat, and you're just flying around inside of the boat, and then there's an email coming and saying, okay, Banque Populaire, they capsized, and it's like, oh shit, because you know the conditions, you know what it was like, and then being on one of these ultimate trimarans and capsize, that's even worse. And so many they lost their mouths and so on, and of course many took the better safe than sorry and abandoned, just went to seek shelter and so on. So of course it's this is not only a race like a sport, it's also about a challenge to actually get here, and I think that is you should never forget that part, that everyone who got here actually has done quite a good achievement actually.